Start the matches.
Spain. At court 7 we have the match between Omar Hayward from Bermuda and he's playing against Panagiotis Soulanis from Greece. And at court 8 we see the match between Daniel Perez from the Netherlands and Alvaro Ballesteros from Spain. Yes, and welcome at the match at court 6 between Skopalova and Andrade. And we see that the jack has been thrown by Skopalova and she also threw her first ball. Now Andrade is making herself ready for her first ball of this match. Yes, really nice shot with the third ball from Skopalova. And she manages to pass the blue ball. Little touch from her own red ball. And it's placed right on the right side of the jack at this moment. So now it's again Andrade who will play her second ball. Bit too far on the left side, trying to pass that two balls that are quite far from the jack, but are a bit in line for Andrade to get to the jack. Yes, now perfect. She passes the ball now on the right side of the two red balls that are laying. And the referee is going to measure who is up for her fourth ball, if it will be Skopalova or Andrade. Yes, and it's going to be Skopalova who will throw her fourth ball of this match. Nice shot from Andrade. We see Andrade trying to pass the first two red balls that are laying in front of the jack from Skopalova, but didn't manage to pass these first two. Taking her time. Has quite some time left for her two final balls, so can take her time. And passes the first two red balls, but then bumps into the red ball that's laying left on the left side of the jack from Skopalova. So it's still Jussi Andrade. And she will throw her final ball of this first end. And didn't manage to pass that two red balls from Skopalova that are laying quite far from the jack, but are blocking the straight line that is clear in front of the jack. So now for Barbara Skopalova, she has two balls remaining and 2 minutes on the clock. So she can try to manage if she can pass her own two balls that are laying at quite some distance from the jack. This ball bumps into one of the blue balls that are laying from Jussi Andrade. And now Skopalova has quite some time for her final ball of this end. Let's see if she can manage to make another point and take the lead in this first end. But that one didn't end up nearby the jack. So the referee would check the points. Players are entering the situation to also take a closer look on how all the balls out of this first end ended up. That's the first point for Skopalova, and now the referee will check which of these two balls is closer to the jack, if it will be 2 points for Skopalova or just one. And I think it will be 2 if we see this shot. And the players go back to their box, and the referee will reveal the points from this first end. Yesterday in the evening we had a lot of noise here in the Veldhoven arena. Now in the morning everybody is a bit more quiet, but then of course the Czech team is really happy with the first 2 points for Barbara Skopalova. Also quite an exciting match between these two, because Jussi Andrade is the number 26 on the world ranking list and Barbara Skopalova is the number 25. So will be an exciting match, and we're gonna see what they can do in the second end. Let's take a look on the scores on the other courts. At court 1, We have Fotaini Bouziou. She's leading the match 3-0 against Narmin Agayeva from Azerbaijan. At court 2, we have 1 point from Natasa Bartol from Slovenia and 0 points in the first end for Josiana Batista da Silva. At court 3, the end is still going on. All the balls have been thrown, but I think the referee is checking the points at this moment. The same for court number 4. We see that William Arnott has 2 balls left to throw. At court 5, we see the match between Simona Blaskova and Desiree Segara. And Blaskova is leading 1-0. At court 7, the end is still going on, the first end. And at court 8, we can see that Alvaro Baseiros is leading 1-0 in the match against Daniel Perez. And the second end has already been started. So let's hope for Daniel he can make some points in this second end. And here we see at court 6 the match between Barbara Skopalova and Jussi Andrade. And Andrade has thrown the jack quite far in the field, almost against the backline on the right side of the field. And we're gonna see if Barbara Skopalova can manage to throw her first ball even closer to the jack. The ball will need quite some pace to get there. Nice ball between the jack and the ball from Andrade. A little bit too much pace. And it's not enough to get Andrade to throw, so Barbara Skopalova will throw her second ball. And this is a perfect shot from Barbara. Touches the jack, perfect amount of space, and also the perfect line. So now she has a perfect spot for that ball right in front of the jack. And we need to see what Jussi Andrade can do. Yoshi Andrade, who has been taking a look at the situation. At great second ball from Skopolova's placed right in front of the jack. And Andrade only has 2 balls left to throw, so if she wants to do something in this end, she will need to have a good ball. Pushes her own ball closer to the jack, but it's difficult to pass that red ball. She will have her final ball of this second end to throw. She can take her time. She knows what she wants to do. Bit too far to the right side, so not a great ball from Yoshi Andrade, the last ball from this second end for her. So now it's Barbara Skopolova who has 4 balls left. And I think that she wants to try to maybe push the blue ball from Yoshi Andrade, who's in front of the jack, away, and then try to make some more points in this second end. And she is able to take a great lead maybe in this second end. Also takes a look at the situation to be able to know what she wants to do. Chose to take the left side of the jack, but this ball had too much pace, so it passes the jack quite far. And this ball ends up at the same place, so this could be a great opportunity for her to take some more points, but she needs to be a bit more precisely. And this was her final shot of the second end. And it's 1 point for Barbara Skopolova in this second end. So she takes a point, but could have done more maybe if she was a bit more precisely with that 4 balls she had left in this end. Didn't manage to get some more points from this end, but has a 3-0 lead. Gives us some time to go to the other courts and see what's going on. The second end at court 1 is still going on. At the second court, we see that the second end has finished and it's 1-1 in the match between Natasha Bartol and Josiana Batista da Silva. At court 3, the second end is also still going on. And it's the same at court 4 and 5. Now, well, the girls at the court 6 are playing a fast game. And at court 8, we have the match between Dania Perez and Alvaro Ballesteros. And we see that Alvaro is leading 2-0, and the third end is now being played. And we can see that Daniel has thrown a good first ball, so Alvaro is now already has thrown 5 balls. So that would be a great opportunity for Daniel at court 8. At court 6 we see that Barbara Skopalova has thrown the jack and she will throw her first ball. Again on the left side of the field. Nice first ball that touches the jack and pushes it a little bit further away. And we will see if Jussi Andrade can maybe take the lead in this first with her first ball in this third end. And we see that Jussi Andrade managed to get her third ball closer to the jack than the first ball from Barbara Skopalova. So now it's Barbara's time again. She will throw her second ball. The line to the jack. A bit open at the front, little bit blocked by the 2 blue balls that are laying from Jussi Andrade, but on the left side, between the right ball and from the red ball from Barbara Skopalova and the jack, there's quite some space to enter the jack on the left side. And that's also the line that Barbara chose, but the ball has too much pace, so ends up in the back of the field. Takes some time and some rest. And makes herself ready for the 4 ball. We'll try to manage to get that same line, but then this ball needed a little bit more power. Maybe she can try now to push that last ball that she has thrown with the final ball for Barbara Skopelova of this end and move it more closely to the jack. Yes, perfect. Managed to pass that ball on the right side and put it on the right side of the jack. And this means that Jussi Andrade, she has 3 balls left. Jussi Andrade is trying to push one of the blue balls that's laying in front of the jack, but has quite some space between the jack and her balls, and not enough power to push one of her balls even closer to the jack. So that was the last ball of this third end already. And we see 1 point for Barbara Skopelova, and she's taking a 4-0 lead in this match. Let's take a look on all the scores on all the other courts. At court 1, we have the match between Fotaini Buziu and Narmin Agayeva. And we see a 6-0 lead for Fotaini Buziu from Greece. At court 2, we see Natasa Bartol from Slovenia with 3 points and Josiana Batista da Silva with 1 point already after 3 ends. At court 3, we have the BC3 male match again for Kazuko Kawamoto against Christopher Haagdal. And only the first end has passed, and it's a 1-0 lead for Kazuko Kawamoto. At court 4, we see William Arnott from Great Britain with 4 points leading against Mirko Garavaglia from Italy. At court 5, we see the match between Simona Blaskova from the Czech Republic, who has 2 points and is leading against Desiree Zegara from Spain with 0 points. At court 7 we see a 4-0 lead for Panagiotis Soulanis from Greece against Omar Hayward from Bermuda. And at court 8 we see that Daniel Perez has taken the lead in the match. 2 points for Alvaro Ballesteros and 3 points for Daniel. And that means that I think Daniel has won the match and is proceeding to the finals. Cannot have a close look on the field of Daniel because he's playing at court 8. We will see him in a short bit of time. Let's get back to court 6 and see if Jussi Andrade can do something in this final 4th end. It's Barbara Skopalova who has thrown the jack. Chose a bit to do it on a bit of the center of the field. And she's making herself ready for her first ball of this 4th end. First ball of Jussi Andrade, and she had the right line with entering the jack, but not enough pace. Pushes her first ball, and I think it's just enough. Yes, just enough to be closer to the jack than Barbara Skopalova. Both one players have one of their balls in front of the jack. So maybe they will try to push their own ball closer to the jack and try to block the line for their opponent. Ooh. Barbara pushes both balls. Managed to get the ball right in the middle of the 2 balls, but there was no gap to go between. Now try to push that ball that's already laying there on the right side, but the ball passed her own 2 balls. And I can also confirm for all the Dutch viewers that Daniel Perez is the winner of this semi-final, and he is going through the final that will be played later this afternoon. I will tell you the time at the end of this stream, so you know at which time you can either join us in Veldhoven or take a look here at the stream, maybe at that match. If that's, I think that's the one we will stream. Jussi Andrade, who has 4 balls left. Let's see what she can do with that. Chose the left side of the jack for her third ball, but the ball has too much speed. Final ball for Jussi Andrade. Managed to push her own blue ball a bit further to the jack. But I think not enough to take more than 1 point. Both players come forward to take a look at the final situation of this match. And the referee is going to measure if that ball on the left side from Jussi Andrade is closer to the jack than the left red ball from Barbara Skopalova. And check if it will be 1 or 2 points. And it will be 1 point for Jussi Andrade, I think, from this final end. She asks the referee to measure again. And the referee sticks with her decision. Both players go back to the box for the final score of this match between Barbara Skopalova and Jussi Andrade. And yes, it's 1 point for Jussi Andrade. But then the win goes to Barbara Skopelova. And she enters the final for the BC1 female competition. And that final will be the BC2 final at the end of this day that we will stream. Let's do a quick round to the other matches on the other courts. We see that at court 1, for Tiny Buziou from Greece, she's leading 6-1 to Narmin Akayeva from Azerbaijan. Final end is still going on. At court 2, we see a win for Josiana Batista da Silva from Brazil against Natasa Bartol from Slovenia, which means that Josiana Batista da Silva is entering the final of the BC4 category. At court 2, court 3, excuse me, Keisuke Kawamoto against Christopher Hagdahl. We see a 1-1 score, still the third end. And at court number 4, we see a 5-0 lead for William Arnott from Great Britain against Mirko Garavaglia from Italy. At court 5, also matches still going on. We see a 2-1 lead for Simona Blaskova from the Czech Republic against Desiree Segara. At court 7, we see a 5-0 lead for Panagiotis Soulanis from Greece against Omar Hayward from Bermuda. And at court 8, we had Daniel Perez as winner against the match against Alvaro Baseiros. And that means that Daniel is entering the final of the BC1 category. And I can tell you that the BC1 final with Daniel will be on the live stream. Will be later this afternoon. I think around 3:15 we'll be here live at the stream. Also live, of course, in Veldhoven. And after this match, at court 6, next match, we have Yaya Gubuzur from Turkey playing against Louis Sanders from Great Britain at the stream. Thank you for watching this first match of today. And we would love to see you at the second match in just a few minutes, I think. The match will start in half an hour. Thank you for watching.